Hello everyone, this is RL Raiders and today I am bringing you an advanced tips video for aerials. Now my previous aerials video, which was I think all the way back in July, was right after Rocket League came out. So in that video I was one of the only, at the time, I was one of the only people who could hit aerials and who could actually score them. So that video got quite a lot of views, and in that one I mainly looked at my own game footage because at the time people just wanted to improve their gameplay. They didn't really care about the tips or tricks. They just wanted to know what you had to do in situations, and then they just tried them because aerials are fun and we all know that. But that's not the reason why I'm here. It's about this video and I'll be bringing you a few tips. And this is the first tip, and it's practice. So the best way to practice, in my opinion, is just going to aerials on pro. Now in my previous video I probably said the same thing, or maybe I said rookie, I don't know. But what you want to do in this, when you want to do more advanced aerials, is every time you get on Rocket League, don't go straight into matches. Just go into aerial pro training first. And what you want to do is just hit the ball a couple of times. Get used to it, get used to hitting the ball, maybe not on target, but then you go into advanced aerials. And this is for people who already know how to do aerials quite well. So doing the pro aerials training will get you used to the feel of the game again. And then when you're ready, just go on aerial all-star. And what you want to do is, when you're first starting off, just practice hitting the ball. Then move on to try and hitting the ball on target and then finishing it after, as shown there. And then finally, when you're ready, try and hit the ball into the goal or on target most of the times. Now, my next tip is card choice, and this isn't really a tip, but it's just an information. The next tip for my aerials video is wall hits, and now you're probably wondering why wall hits are that important. Well, it's because when you do aerials, you're not only doing aerials for yourself, but you're setting other people up. And also doing these wall hits will get you an early advantage, as you see here. And I score it, and a better advantage for you guys to score. Plus it looks pretty cool in the final goal cam here. Now the best way to practice this is just simply going into free play. And now free play is where you can practice most of your aerial stuff, because you have unlimited boost and you have no opponents who are pressing you. So what you really want to do is you want to practice hitting the ball up the wall, jumping and hitting it once, and then going for a second aerial, which I do pretty unsuccessfully there. But the most important things about double hit aerials, or double touch aerials as most people like to call them, is that it can catch your opponents off guard, and it can get you very tricky balls or goals which are in the air. And by doing this you can take out people in mid-air battles, creating more space for your teammates to go and score. And I'll show you an example of one double tap or double hit aerial goal that I have scored, and you'll see how I take out the opponent and it basically becomes a through ball for my partner, but I do get the goal. So you see here, tap it once, hit again, I take out that goalkeeper and it's a goal. Now the next tip I want to give you guys is freestyling. Now freestyling is mainly done by the pro players of Rocket League. Cooks is one of the most famous freestylers, and what this involves doing is just doing random spins in the air and scoring. But the way to get there, firstly, is by practicing on aerial pro training. I'd suggest first just doing backwards aerials, and get used to the feel of doing backwards aerials first. Now when you do freestyling, it's important that you have your air roll button set to something you prefer. So I prefer square, but most pro players use L1 just because it feels more better. I personally don't like it, but that's up to you. But you want to try and master, as you see there, trying to use square and or your air roll button, and trying to keep your car stable while in the air, whilst also spinning or going backwards. And when you do this, you'll be able to hit freestyle goals in no time. And I'll be going through this later in another tip. Okay, the next tip I'm going to give you guys is air stability and practicing this. And what I mean by this, as I gave in the previous freestyle tip, is controlling your car in the air, even though you're doing like flips or you're going sideways. And the way to do this, as explained before, is using your arrow button. But there's another tip, and there's a way to practice. As you see there, I'm using a differentiation of using the square button and moving just with my analog stick. So the way you want to practice this is go on to free play. Just hit the ball and set up right in front of the goal. Then go to the other end and just do aerials. And instead of aiming for the ball, try and aim for the crossbar. And the reason you aim for the crossbar is, by this way you can practice jumping from like across the field or wherever you want to jump from. And you can try and get into the danger zone where most balls will be taken. So as you see here, you can do any variation you want. So you see there I did like a backflip, then I try and hit the crossbar. And it gets you to know like how to get into the area quicker and in a better position, whilst also doing that extra bit of flair. So you see there, you can practice by doing anything. I jump off the wall there, and I'm just trying to keep my car in the air at this point and trying to hit the crossbar. Well, actually I go the other way, so that wasn't a very good example, but as you see here, hopefully I go to the other crossbar, and no. But you see, while I was talking there, I went across the whole pitch once, stopped in the air without touching the ground, went back and almost went back on the whole pitch again. Here's something else that a lot of you have been asking me, and that's what my camera settings are. Now in previous videos, or previously when I've played, my camera settings were pretty far away from my car. But recently I've got it nearer, and that's because I want to dribble a bit more. Because I realise I haven't been dribbling too much. And I've been doing long shots and aerials, but now that I've mastered that to a certain degree, I've gone to my dribbling skills. And as you can see here, it's all up to your preference. It doesn't matter what I've got or anyone else has got, it matters to you. Now, hopefully what that helps you do is practice a bit better in match situations rather. And you see there, the wall hits come in handy. My partner passes it, and it's also about going for aerials at the right time. This is another tip. Know when to go for aerials and be very good at reading the play. So you see here I get the goal. Now I saw my player pass it to me, and I predicted that I'd go up in the air, and I was there the earliest, and I turned my car using the arrow button to hit perfectly into the goal. But you saw previously how I sort of had little boost, and then I did an aerial for no reason, taking myself out of the game. So this is boost management, and what this means is trying to manage your boost so that you have at least more than 50 when you go for aerials. And the best way to practice this is trying to set yourself up in a private match. You can go with friends as well. Then try and use up a bit of your boost and then go for aerials. And this way you can practice going for aerials with different boost variations. Now aerials don't only need to be used in attack, they can be used in defense as well. And the best way to practice this is by just going on the goalkeeper training on All-Star. Now some of the shots will be hard to save if you haven't gone on it like recently, but the ones you want to be practicing on and repeating over and over again are the ones when it chips up. And what you want to practice to do is to try and blast it away, like not only save it but blast it away to the other side, and that way you're able to counterattack against opponents as well as taking them out of the play. And this is a very useful tip for you to try and win games. And there you have it. Now I will be bringing you more advanced tips on aerials as I am also improving on the game, and these videos may be helpful, they may be not. But if you're looking into more freestyling stuff, write in the comments below and I'll try and comment, or I'll try and produce a video on freestyling. And this video will probably come out next week, or I will try, and I always say this and I always fail this, but I will try and get more videos uploaded. This week I just had university stuff to sort out. If any of you are in England, it's UCAS, and you know that's a hassle. But other than that, I've just been regularly streaming on PS4, and I've been doing 2v2 tourneys with my friend Retaliation. And another problem I've been having is with my new laptop. It's part gaming and it's part video editing. So I bought it to mainly video edit, and I will be getting a new mic soon for Christmas probably. But the main problem I have is streaming. Now, I just cannot seem to get the right settings for my stream to stop making it like the laggiest piece of crap in the world. Because if you ever come into my stream when I'm streaming on PC, it's like 1 frame every 30 seconds. So if someone could give me some tips on PC, then on my PC streaming, I'll be very grateful. Because that way I can stream from PC as well as PS4. But for now, you guys will have to stick to the PS4 gameplay. Other than that, I think that is it really. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be bringing out more videos soon. Thank you and goodbye.